Hello, welcome. So I apologize, folks, for the early start here. I realize I did say 6:30 Central Daylight Savings Time, but I now have a commitment at 7 in 1 hour. So we are going to start this off earlier than I had originally anticipated due to those reasons. Let me just get on to, give me 1 sec, guys. So we're only going to be able to do a 1 hour today or this evening until we come back on Sunday. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. As soon as I go to the other screen, I won't be able to read right away, and I will be right in the commentary section right away. I hope you guys are all having a safe and happy weekend.
Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
And this is the last part, folks, of this polygraph. So the 6 pieces of it are now available in their totality on the live uploads on this channel.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
Yes. No.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them?
No.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
4th, 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
Portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. Alright, how'd you feel? Same as all of it?
I think it was a check to everything.
For you?
It's kind of hard to relax.
I know, I get it. And take that link straight up from me.
I just feel like my feet like sweating through my.
Right. You have flip-flops on.
I'm a hot person.
Can you put your arms up like you had them before for me? Perfect. I need to go grade this.
Okay.
So I will. Do you need to use the restroom or anything again?
I'm good right now.
Okay. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so what will do with me?
Okay.
Are you good with your water? Or you want another?
I'll just.
Another Gatorade?
Yeah. Can I
Perfect.
get that door? Here you go. Okay.
Got it. Thank you. Remember I told you about technology? My computer just died, so.
Oh.
Here, grab my power cord real quick. Any crackers or anything?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Okay.
Rather than sitting here and just watching him breathe and yawn, we'll speed this up a bit here.
Sure. For you.
Can't break that.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, sorry, my
Fine, sorry.
computer was in a
You're fine.
third.
Trust me.
I'm just gonna pack this up, and then, the FBI guy Graham.
Okay.
That you've been talking to, he's gonna come in and we're gonna chat, okay?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
You need anything, crackers, water, Mountain Dew? I totally will give you Mountain Dew.
I'm good.
Ruin that steak for you.
Can't break that streak.
No rushing or anything?
Not right now.
Okay.
My dad out there, is he leave?
I got, grandma. Sure. It comes back in hard, so takes a while to pack all this stuff up.
Okay. You want me to turn my phones on now or just leave them be?
It's up to you. If you want to, that's fine.
Tell her.
Can I,
Her mom probably tried calling me probably.
Oh, yeah.
5, 6
I think
times.
she called the detective quite a few times too.
Okay.
I don't blame her. Did she know you were coming in here today? No. Who knew you were coming in today?
Nick and Mannix, I was at their house, and my dad.
Okay. What'd your dad say about it?
So just do what they ask. Just ask them whatever questions they have, just do what they ask.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite
And you
picture.
did.
Isn't that
Oh, let me see.
favorite picture?
Oh my god. They're adorable. They're way bigger than I thought. I think I saw a picture of them on the news and they were much tinier.
Which,
Oh, goodness.
okay, that was no, that was this year.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, they look so much smaller.
There's no trash can in here.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take them out. Do you want another one?
Oh, no, there's mine.
I was gonna grab that pad that you're sitting on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I tried to turn my phone on. There's like no service on here.
Oh,
Oh, my work phone, yes, because it's Verizon, but AT&T's like dead. Over here.
I'm still getting stuff from work, like, you need to be doing this or that.
No, just everybody's checked out now. As far as for the day.
Did they tell you that?
Well, we have a group me app.
Oh, uh-huh.
So like I usually send out a text about 1:30, so everybody's doing. And about 2:30, the domino starts to fall. People start to check out and everything. There's always that one person that's like, like, all right, do I check out now or wait? I don't be the first one to leave and all that kind of stuff. So.
Do they feel bad if they're the first one to leave?
One of the guys usually does, but there's always one guy that likes to stay, try to justify overtime too.
Right.
They've been very supportive.
Good.
Like there was
That lets you know that that's the place you should be working.
yeah.
I think someone and talked to Luke, and he was like, you know what, family first, whatever, so it makes you feel good, you know, that there's boxes out there that are like that.
Yeah.
You don't always find them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna run this stuff out real quick.
Good.
You catch a bunch of calls from Shannon?
I can't tell.
Oh.
No service. Once I get out of here, it'll probably just blow up.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we just have about 5 minutes left of this one here. I wish we could have watched him get arrested, but that's not in this one. What are they now saying on the internet about the man being the killer of the Watts family? Yeah. Well, timbre, probably not a whole lot. I mean, people still want to see some jailhouse justice, but I've told you guys from the beginning that he still has rights, even though he's been convicted and he's been sentenced, and they still have to, by law, protect him. So they won't be necessarily putting him in with all the big boys to have something bad happen to him, right? Hey, Stephanie, how are ya? So, and yeah, as far as the manhunt goes in Manitoba, here where I live, those two boys are still at large, and I really don't want to put out any kind of information that might confuse the public or what have you. So, versus getting in the way of them getting caught. We have no idea what type of aliases they could be using online, and they could be, keeping up on things like this. So I'm just going to keep to myself until they've successfully caught these two, and go from there. Now, Gillam, Manitoba is about 11 hours away from 12 hours away from where I'm at, but it's pretty close to home, I'd say. But all these other YouTubers are saying they believe someone else killed the Watts family. Oh, well, I believe we will have conspiracy theorists all over about any and every story in order to keep the hot topic going, but I'm not sure. I know that there's been some people who've said they think it's the Masons, and they thought it was something paid, and there's all kinds of stuff out there, but it depends, I guess, what you believe, I personally choose to believe things that I can verify with my eyes. I can read it for myself and see things for myself. Now, that being said, the conspiracy theorists are only going to say, well, you can manufacture any type of document, or you can put out any kind of words and all this kind of stuff. But like I said, it depends on what you want to believe in, to be honest, Yes, Yvette, very close. Yeah. We're not sure right now, Linda Bells. And like I said, due to the fact that the manhunt is literally still on, the Hercules military plane is in the air. They have a lot of really good technology as far as infrared and being able to see the difference between an animal and a human, and they might be able to more precisely locate these two boys. Like the area that they're in is very condensed, with a lot of cabins and hunting grounds and all that kind of stuff, places that are vacant kind of thing, like most of the time. So I mean, their vehicle was found burned in the Gillam area. So at this point, I think officials are basically saying, unless they had a vehicle lined up, they may still be in the area, but they may be long gone if they did have that vehicle lined up. So we don't really know, and I don't really want to put out any information that I haven't heard already from the officials. So, hello, Sunflower Barbie. Chris Watts kills his family. Yeah, I'm not sure, Tambra. I think it just depends what you would like to kind of believe in or whatever, For me, I believe what I've read from Weld County. I believe the information to be true. I think that Chris Watts is mixed up, or something's wrong with the fact that he doesn't exactly know how the girls died. And I keep getting hung up on that, because if you were the person who killed them, then why do you keep saying you used a blanket, and the coroner is saying there was no fibers found in their mouth or on their tongue or in their throat or anywhere around their face at all? So I'm just really confused with that part. That part really bugs me. And then of course the part that there was no cameras at the Survey 319 site. So we have no idea if they did check like highway cameras getting to that area. We don't know if there was two vehicles. We don't know if he had help or not and all this stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions, but I think it really boils down to what you want to think and believe in about the story, you know. I definitely would agree, Stephanie, just due to the facts that are available from the medical examiner's coroner record, lining up with the testimony and the facts, or the talk, if you will, of both Chris Watts and Nicole Kessinger. You know, we basically don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. And I think anybody who read through all the files would be able to safely agree to that. We don't have all of it, you know. So there's some people that come around and throw out a fact that they say that they know that you know, it is a fact. There is something that they know that's a fact that we didn't get. And to those people, I think those people are more on the insides and have access to all the files and things that weren't necessarily released to us public folk, but they are available to anybody who works in the judicial type system. So, Minu, no. All right. No. Sunflower Barbie, doing all right. We have a short live today where we finished off the polygraph. There was 6 parts to that polygraph that many of my audience members said that they hadn't seen all of it. They had seen bits and pieces of it, but they didn't know the substantialness of this polygraph. So all 6 parts are available on the live uploads. You just have to go back a couple of videos and you will get to see them all. Chris Watts was definitely there. Yes, Stephanie, I'm totally with you on that. And he did use trash bags on Shanann's head and feet after she was dead. That's also a fact. See, the reason that they were taking the footprint off of Chris Watts in the jail, the first jail, where we saw video footage of the, you know, the lawyer team and some guards that were in the jail with him, and they were taking, you know, finger and footprint pictures as well as outline. And that's because one of those plastic bags, one of those trash bags, had his footprint on it. But yeah, you're right, Stephanie. He really doesn't seem to appear to know it all fully, which is concerning, because somebody else knows the rest of this pieces here then, is what that looks like. So, but you tell me, what are your thoughts? I really wish that they would have had cameras working at the site, but I mean, it's such a vast area. I'm sure that 99% of the time at that site, the most you're really ever going to see is an animal walking around kind of thing, you know? So yes, it's almost been 1 year, and I'm convinced that Bella and Cece and Shanann are resting in peace, and they're pain-free and you know, sort of living in eternity now. Now, you know, and we do have some justice, you know. Thank you to the universe, right? You have uploaded evidence of accomplice. Another number. Welcome. Thank you for sharing. No, but Linda, he never says that he used a plastic bag. First he was saying that he strangled them, and then he changed his story to the smothered, but he has consistently said that he's used their blankie, their favorite blanket, over top of their face before putting his hand. And even in the prison interview, when they went in to speak with him again about all of these details, they specifically asked him, oh, okay, so your hand, and then you put the blanket over your hand. And he corrected Tammy and, Graham and Bohmover. And, he literally said, no, I put the blanket first and then I put my hand over. So definitely odd to me. Applesauce, how many people get away with murder per day? Well, I believe that that's becoming more and more difficult, right? Yeah, no, the plastic bag was found because that's what he put over top of Shanann's face and feet in the vehicle. So, and I'm welcome to use it, another number says. Interesting. Well, thank you. I think we're never fully going to get all the pieces to this puzzle here, folks. I worry, though, that means that someone else was involved. I wish that we had some concrete proof that the only thing Nicole Kessinger is guilty of is having an affair with a married man. I wish we could say that, but we don't actually even know. So, but yes, applesauce. I definitely think that there. It's all you need is one minute, microscopic, detail of evidence, and those forensic people are very trained. I believe that it's getting ridiculously difficult for the murderers and the bad people to be getting away with this kind of stuff. I think it's not as common as it was perhaps back in the day, before we had all the technology that we have, before we had all the bloodlines that we have, before we had all the internet and stuff. Like back then, I think, it was easier for these people to get away with these heinous acts. But nowadays, like, you got to be a freaking mastermind kind of thing is what I'm thinking, to do something like that and get away with it. So why did he bother removing the plastic bags before he buried her? But that's a great question, Yvette. Honestly, who knows? I don't know if we're even able to put ourselves into this person's mind at all. I mean, what he did is completely unfathomable. And like, I don't think any of us would even be capable of this. So to try to understand what his reasoning was is just so far-fetched. It's nearly impossible to wrap our head around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that may have been his heinous, thought process, Tambra. You may be onto something there for sure. So scary to think if more involved. Yeah, that's the part that bothers me, is if there was some more involvement from anybody else. We only have Chris Watts being held accountable. So, and he doesn't seem to even have all these details correct, which is quite odd to me. Stephanie Michelle says, I believe he could have done it alone, but I know he never. Yeah, we don't know, to be honest, right? We don't have all the pieces of the puzzle to be able to look at it, objectively. I wouldn't think he wanted to see her face again. Yeah, it's really, really hard to put ourselves in his place and try to think of what he was thinking, in all honesty. I think any one of us normal people wouldn't be able to fathom doing anything like this. Susie Homemaker says, was it ever found out who the woman was who called the girls' school? No, I don't think that we ever did find that out either, Susie. It's very possible that it was Nicole Kessinger. It sure as heck wasn't her mom super early before it was starting. Her mom was calling afterwards, looking to see if Shanann had been there with the girls at all. Was she there at all? And I mean, I even remember her saying like she didn't want to seem like overbearing or trying to hunt her down and stuff. And she didn't want the secretary to even, bother her, tell her that she called because she just wanted to make sure she was okay. Maybe she's just in a bad mood. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. And unfortunately, the secretary reaffirmed that she wasn't even there at all, and neither were the girls. And I mean, I'm sure everybody's heart sank at that point that we're close to this situation, Nicole Atkinson and the Ruziks. And who knows, maybe even the Watts were, concerned, worried about what their son might have done, right? I don't know. Certainly is crazy. I cannot imagine. And the fact that he can sit there and look through their pictures and show Tammy, their photographs. And, she's saying, well, they looked a lot younger on the news. And like, he's just got no emotion as far as the love that he should have had for those two girls, you know? Yeah, exactly, Stephanie. Why the children? I mean, he literally could have left them at multiple places before this event even took place. He could have left them at the pool party on Sunday, for crying out loud. And the Ruziks, I mean, even they would have taken the girls, like if something was going down. All they would have had to do was ask, but that kind of shows accomplice. Yeah, it certainly leaves us questioning a whole lot more as to what all exactly happened, because we don't have all the pieces to look at this objectively, like I said. What was his job? He was mostly on the field, and he was I don't know if you could call it an engineer, but I don't even actually know exactly what the description is on the name title of his job. I can't remember right now, to be honest. Was he a foreman? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm like looking over my notes now. Like I can't actually remember what his position was called or if we ever even knew it. Field something, I thought. Help me out. Field coordinator? Was that what it was? So I was kind of on the right track there. At one point, though, Anadarko was actually letting people go and paying out some people. And, Chris Watts ended up taking a pay cut and doing more work for less money just to keep the job versus taking a payout. Like a troubleshooter at the site. Yeah, that's kind of like that. Yeah. Oil operator. There you go. Thank you, Sandra Cooper. Thank you. Yes, that's true, Tambra. And they say that everything happens for a reason. And they also say that we won't always understand what the fiddle the damn reason is. Many of us go through tragedies that we will never understand the full reason until we can see the big picture. We're not going to get there until we're dead ourselves, right? So, hey, Michael. Of course. Thank you for emailing. You're so sweet. You're from London, Sandra. Welcome. That's awesome. Hello, Sean's princess. Haven't seen you in a while, honey. How you doing, sweetheart? You guys rock. You guys are just the best. Having all these cool interactive conversations together, bouncing off different thoughts. Ooh, it was Michelle Milliken that said the field operator. And then another number of field coordinator. Yeah. Oh, honey, I can relate to working a lot, sweetie. Oh. But isn't that what we do as women, right? We got it all. New subscriber from Liverpool, UK. Welcome, Jackie Robinson. Thank you for joining. That's so awesome of you. Welcome. So we're going to be back on our next live on Wednesday, and I think we're going to stick with the 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. I feel like I always have an appointment come in around the 8 o'clock mark. So I just want to not have any conflict schedule stuff here, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if he killed before. You know, that was definitely a topic that we discussed during this entire process, you know, wondering how honest was Chris Watts throughout his relationship. Was he always, you know, honest, or was he always lying and always stepping out and always, you know, they were always hiding and cheating and stuff. Like, we only got to look into the last year of his life. So hello, LTE Tobago. Welcome. Aw, thank you, Tambra. You're so sweet. Thanks for being honest and real, What's Up says. That's so sweet of you. So yeah, folks, we'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to keep doing our lives Wednesdays and Sundays, and I think we'll do the 6 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. It'll save me if I need to get out of, you know, another appointment or something. So I love you guys so much. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Everybody's welcome here. Nobody gets beat up on or ganged up on. You can really speak your mind here, you know. Everybody's welcome. I like that. And if you liked this video update with me, throw up a like sign. It just gives me a form of support. Hello, Mr. Yeshua. I hope you're chuckling too. But yes, I love you guys. Thank you for your continued support, your viewing, all the awesome conversation that we have. You guys rock. And I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Much love. Stay safe out there. And I'm so glad that you're laughing about that too, mister. Oh, much love. Yes, Stephanie. Love you. Yes, I'm so glad you got to join in. I hope that we can all get together on the next live too. And I will see you guys then for another true story with me, Sherry Weems. It's TGIS. Thank God it's Sherry. Bye for now, folks. Stay safe. Much love.